I'm John Rotten. How do you do? This is Countdown magazine here, and it's just absolute nonsense like this show. They've got me here, and I've been waiting about 4 hours now, and I'm very bored. But if you're sensible, you will buy my new album called This Is What You Want, This Is What You Get, This Is What You Want, This Is What You Get, available on Virgin Records. Hello, boys and girls. We don't really care whether you like this or not. I ain't got nothing to prove to anyone. Shut up and let me finish a f***ing sentence.
Oh, John, would you just relax?
This is your first visit here.
Mm-hmm.
How did you feel? What was the picture?
I feel awful. I've got an headache.
Oh, yeah?
Next question. Jesus, it's Elvis. Now that's the reason I'm here. Sheer bad taste.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Do you have any pictures of Johnny Rotten? You know, Sex Pistols, Public Image Limited?
Oh, Lord.
It's like, you know, Jesus and Elvis. I mean, they were stars, but you must have Johnny Rotten.
Now, you split up with the Pistols. Now you occupying your time.
Boringly.
What's stopping you forming another band or doing something?
It's called Malcolm McLaren. As soon as I get him off my back, I'll be able to continue. Until then, I can't release anything without him taking a great big fat share of the profit.
Would you like to start another band?
Yes, I am. I'm rehearsing like all the time with loads of people. And if there's anybody out there who's interested in working with me, it's fine.
You've done a couple of gigs now, haven't you?
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I'm obviously not doing it for the money.
What are you doing it for?
Pleasure.
You were saying to someone earlier that you had a little bit of aggro, that people were throwing things at you at the gigs this week.
Well, there was one young fool that threw a bottle and it hit me in the head in the first 6 seconds of the first gig. But, you know, it's just a one-off, I hope.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you what you felt about hip-hop in particular, because it has been lazily described as the punk of the late 80s, 90s.
Oh, no, it couldn't possibly be, because it's so set formatted and standardised and very, very tedious now. There's just no room for ingenuity in it. I'm bored stiff with it. I have no time for it anymore.
Go through the questions here, and I know you do a lot of interviews, and you answered a lot of these before possibly, but I've never seen you do one on TV recently. So let me ask you, first of all, I mean, despite the success with Public Image, you're still known mostly to people as Johnny Rotten from the Sex Pistols.
Yeah, but those are people that read The Sun and the Daily Mirror, and they don't really count.
But that's a lot of the population. You know, yeah, is it? I tell you what, you're all cheering. I bet you all read them when you go home in the morning. Oh, there. Well, so it doesn't bother you that people would still, or the majority
No, well,
of the
that depends. You know, I mean, I never joined this business to be a pop idiot. I think what I do matters. It does change people's lives. Even though the likes of Cliff Richards, for instance, has been slagging me off recently, doesn't like that. That's beside the point.
And now 12 years after Sex Pistols was formed, you record and tour with your band Public
12
Image.
years?
Yeah, it's been
God,
that long.
I'm an old man.
Yeah. What would you say are the main differences between these two bands, the Sex Pistols and the Public Image Limited?
We're better.
Yes,
like a fine wine, I have improved with age.
Johnny Rotten. That ain't the Donna Summers I know. I hate it. It's awful.
Where do you think she's changed?
It was mediocre. Full stop.
But if it's not the Donna Summer that you knew,
I mean,
in what
come on,
ways...
don't deserve no more comment than that.
It's a bleeding rock star, isn't it? What are you trying to do about it? Make it worse?
You'd have to expect nothing. He'd get nothing. You start off in school and they take your soul away. They take your brains away. You're not allowed to have an opinion that differs from theirs. You've got to think what they tell you to think. So when you leave school, your only future is getting married. And by the time you're about 29, you've got 2 kids. You just want to commit suicide.
I wrote the songs that made the whole world sing.
Now, when you did do that at that time, what did you envision? You didn't feel that you were part of the music business?
No.
Or the
I
rock
still
and roll,
don't.
or the rock and roll scene?
No,
so to speak.
I don't feel I'm part of the industry, the music industry. I think I've always been against that. I always will be. Oh dear, I've become predictable.
I would